that this is the end of the Diddy story as we know it.
So I don't give them no energy. I give haters no energy. Steve ain't this, he think he this. You don't even know me.
Everyone is talking about it right now. The shocking arrest of Sean Diddy Combs and the unbelievable fallout that's dragging some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry along with him. But there's one name in particular that's left everyone in disbelief. Steve Harvey. Yes, the same Steve Harvey that we all know from
that this is the end of the Diddy story as we know it.
So I don't give them no energy. I give haters no energy. Steve ain't this, he think he this. You don't even know me.
Clearly there is a criminal investigation underway and that they believe that there would be evidence of crimes in one or both of these homes.
The bombshell news dropped like a ton of bricks when Diddy was arrested in Manhattan. Federal agents took him in on charges that sound like they're straight out of a crime thriller: racketeering, conspiracy, human exploitation, and more.
Stacey Schneider. And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
This was monumental. Diddy's business empire, spanning music, fashion, television, and nightlife for decades, has been shattered by his arrest, revealing a stark contrast to the image fans thought they knew. As details emerged, whispers spread about who else might be implicated. Then, the rumor exploded online. Beloved host and comedian Steve Harvey had fled the country on the same day Diddy was taken into custody. Many began to question whether it was mere coincidence, as speculation mounted about the extent of the fallout in the entertainment industry.
I've had clients describe NBC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
Steve Harvey's swift departure from the U.S. Following Diddy's arrest has sparked an avalanche of speculation. Many are beginning to wonder if Steve sensed the walls closing in on him as well. It's no secret that he has attended numerous infamous parties hosted by Diddy, those extravagant events that epitomize success in the entertainment world. However, we're now learning that these gatherings weren't solely about glitz and glamour. Darker elements lurked behind the scenes. As connections between Steve and these parties come to light, they're raising serious eyebrows, leading fans to question the extent of his involvement and the potential ramifications for his own career. Let's rewind and examine the legendary parties Diddy used to throw. To the outside world, they were the ultimate events, attracting celebrities from music, film, sports, and politics, all while Diddy solidified his reputation as the ultimate host. However, as time passed, more rumors began to surface about what really happened at those gatherings. Allegations hinted at very questionable activities, suggesting that these weren't just harmless social events. According to individuals now coming forward, Diddy's parties allegedly served as a breeding ground for various illegal activities. As a result, it's not just Diddy under scrutiny. Every high-profile guest who attended, including Steve Harvey, is now facing increased suspicion, leaving many to wonder about the true nature of these infamous soirees.
Replete with very, very serious and salacious allegations, including allegations that Combs had cameras throughout his home.
It's been suggested that Steve Harvey wasn't just a casual guest at Diddy's parties, he was a regular fixture at some of the wildest nights in that circle. This is where it gets intriguing. Sources close to the investigation claim the FBI has witnesses who assert they saw Steve participating in some unsavory activities. These aren't baseless accusations. They come from individuals who allegedly attended the same parties and observed Steve engaging in actions that could be not only embarrassing but potentially illegal. As details unfold, the scrutiny on Steve intensifies, raising serious questions about his involvement.
That Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors, yeah. I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
All right, I gotta take some time to address this here.
alleged evidence that's been gathered in this case was from those 2 raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these sexual performances that have been named freak-offs.
His sudden departure from the country right as Diddy was being arrested has sparked widespread speculation. Why would he flee if he had nothing to hide? It's one thing to take a spontaneous vacation, but leaving the U.S. The moment a close associate is embroiled in a massive scandal raises eyebrows. Most people wouldn't act this way unless they had a compelling reason, and for Steve that reason might be fear that the authorities are closing in on him next. The timing has many questioning what he might be trying to escape. What's even more chilling is that it's not just Steve's attendance at these parties under scrutiny. Whispers from credible sources close to the investigation suggest he wasn't a passive bystander. According to these sources, the FBI has been gathering evidence for years and has interviewed multiple witnesses who claim Steve actively participated in some of the most shocking and illegal activities at these events. If proven, these allegations could not only ruin his career, but also lead to serious legal consequences, leaving fans and followers questioning everything they thought they knew about.
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself in.
Now, Steve has remained tight-lipped, not issuing any public statements, while his representatives have been suspiciously quiet. However, it's likely that his legal team is working overtime to navigate the brewing storm. The fact that he fled the country suggests he is aware of the real possibility of being implicated in this scandal. After all, if he truly had nothing to worry about, why wouldn't he stay put and defend himself? This silence only deepens the speculation surrounding his involvement and intentions.
We all saw it posted yesterday all over our social media pages. Cassie filed a lawsuit in New York City against Diddy. Yikes. She's claiming she was stuck in a decade-long cycle of abuse.
What makes this even more shocking is the stark contrast between Steve's squeaky clean public image and the serious allegations now swirling around him. He has built his brand on being relatable, trustworthy, and full of down-to-earth wisdom, definitely the last person anyone would expect to be caught up in something like this. However, as we learn more about what allegedly transpired at Diddy's parties, it appears that anyone regularly in attendance, including Steve, could potentially be involved. This revelation is turning perceptions upside down and raising serious questions about his true character. Let's not forget that Steve's close relationship with Diddy only adds fuel to the fire. Over the years, they've been seen together at numerous events, openly admiring one another. Steve has praised Diddy's entrepreneurial spirit and credited him as an inspiration. However, with Diddy now behind bars and facing serious charges, that relationship suddenly looks much more suspicious, prompting many to question the nature of their connection.
And in this lawsuit, he claims that essentially P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap.
The real question on everyone's mind is this: what does Steve have to hide? Is it possible he was merely a guest at these parties, unaware of the darker activities happening around him? Or, as rumors suggest, was he a willing participant in the events that have now led to Diddy's downfall? The truth remains uncertain. But as more details emerge, it becomes increasingly difficult to give Steve the benefit of the doubt. The fact that the FBI has reportedly been investigating Diddy's network for years indicates they are not only focused on him, but also on everyone closely associated with him. Given Steve's long-standing friendship and numerous public appearances alongside Diddy, he is undeniably in the spotlight. If these rumors are true, Steve could be facing far more than just a PR crisis. He could be looking at criminal charges.
And I remember, like, I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but I felt like I was in the presence of his monster inside.
As the investigation continues, one thing is clear: the truth about Steve Harvey's involvement in this scandal will eventually emerge. Regardless of his guilt or innocence, the mere mention of his name alongside such serious allegations is a significant blow to his reputation. The longer he remains silent, the more speculation will grow about what he might be hiding. With each passing day, questions intensify and public curiosity mounts, creating a sense of urgency for Steve to address the situation. The stakes are high and the pressure is mounting for him to clarify his position.
The issue is, it seems as though he wants to kind of like exert power and dominance over people who don't really want it.
Steve Harvey's name now swirling in rumors and suspicions, It's clear this isn't just a one-off scandal involving Diddy. Instead, it's evolving into a much larger web of high-profile individuals scrambling to distance themselves from what is rapidly becoming one of the most shocking falls from grace in celebrity history. The moment Diddy's arrest hit the headlines, it was as if a signal had gone off. Suddenly, everyone in his inner circle began making moves. People are fleeing left and right, desperate to avoid being caught in what seems like an inevitable storm of legal trouble. While Steve may be one of the most talked about names, he is certainly not alone. Rumors suggest that several other celebrities who were regulars at Diddy's notorious parties have also gone into hiding, adding to the growing intrigue surrounding this unfolding scandal.
Stand-up comedian, entertainer, television host, family man. But most importantly, I happen to be a man of faith.
Talking about some of the most famous faces in Hollywood, music, and even sports, celebrities who aren't just Diddy's business partners or distant acquaintances. These are individuals who were allegedly deeply entrenched in the wild lifestyle Diddy was known for. Now, as investigators dig deeper into the allegations against him, these same celebrities are doing everything they can to avoid becoming the next headline. The FBI is reportedly sifting through mountains of evidence from phone records to witness statements, and according to insiders, the outlook isn't promising for those in Diddy's circle. Some names that have surfaced include individuals previously thought to be squeaky clean, much like Steve Harvey. However, the truth is that, like Steve, these celebrities were frequent guests at Diddy's exclusive events, and the allegations suggest they weren't just there for champagne and small talk. Sources claim they were very much involved in the shady dealings that occurred behind closed doors. As the investigation unfolds, it seems no one is truly safe from the ramifications of this scandal. Might be wondering who else could be implicated in this scandal. One name that keeps coming up is Cuba Gooding Jr., known for his share of controversies over the years. His connection to Diddy is now under much closer scrutiny. Allegedly, Cuba was introduced to one of Diddy's insiders, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, at one of these infamous gatherings. According to a lawsuit filed by Jones, Cuba was far from an innocent bystander. He claims that Cuba was not only present at these events, but also participated in inappropriate activities. If these allegations are proven true, they could place Cuba in serious legal jeopardy, adding to the growing list of high-profile names caught up in this mess.
Well, if he really was filming everybody, I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right?
How far-reaching this scandal could potentially become. And then there's Young Miami, the rapper, and one of Diddy's former flames. She's been pretty vocal about her relationship with Diddy in the past, but now her name is coming up in an entirely different light. According to rumors, Young Miami may have been involved in transporting certain items across state lines for Diddy, items that are now the subject of intense investigation. Whether or not these rumors hold any weight remains to be seen, but it's clear that anyone who had a close connection to Diddy is now being scrutinized. And with each passing day, more and more names are being thrown into the fire.
Government is going to mandate that they are responsible for your well-being. They have to ensure the safety of your well-being.
The tragedy here is that many of those involved likely believed they were untouchable. For years, Diddy has been regarded as one of the most successful and influential figures in music and business, a man capable of opening doors and making dreams come true. But now it appears his empire is crumbling, and anyone associated with him is being dragged down alongside him. The fallout has been swift and brutal, intensifying with each passing day. Take Diddy's current situation as a prime example. He has been denied bail, which means he remains behind bars until his trial. The media is buzzing with reports about the conditions he's facing, and it's a far cry from the lavish lifestyle he has grown accustomed to. Reports indicate that he is being held in a facility known for its strict rules and minimal comforts, a shocking adjustment for someone who has enjoyed luxury for decades. The charges against him are serious, potentially leading to life in prison if he's convicted. This isn't just a slap on the wrist or a fine. This is a legal quagmire that could end his career for good. Not only should he have apologized to Cassie in that infamous video, but he should also owe an apology to the public that he misled. What's even more incredible is how rapidly Diddy's empire is unraveling. Partnerships with major companies are dissolving left and right. Just a few months ago, he was the face of major brands like Revolt and Ciroc, but those relationships are now in tatters. Even Hulu, which was reportedly working on a reality show featuring the Combs family, has pulled the plug. It seems that no one wants to be associated with Diddy anymore, and honestly, who can blame them? The allegations are not only shocking, they're career-ending. The impact of this scandal extends beyond Diddy himself. It's having a profound effect on his family. Once seen as rising stars in their own right, are now entangled in the fallout. Christian King Combs, Diddy's son, is facing his own legal issues stemming from accusations that have surfaced in the wake of his father's arrest. Reports suggest that Christian was involved in questionable behavior at those infamous parties, adding to the burden he now carries. It feels as though the entire Combs family is being sucked into this vortex of scandal, with no clear escape in sight. The speed at which Diddy's empire has collapsed is breathtaking. Not long ago, he was riding high, celebrating his return to music with the Love album and its lead single Off the Grid. That comeback is overshadowed by the sheer weight of the allegations against him. It's hard to envision a path forward for someone facing such serious charges, especially as more details emerge. Painting a darker picture with each revelation. In a world where celebrity fortunes can change in an instant, this situation serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of fame and success. As Diddy faces the consequences of his actions, it leaves many wondering who else will be swept up in the tidal wave of this scandal. With the spotlight now shining on those who once stood in his shadow, the fallout from this unraveling saga may be just beginning.
There are some problems that the defense has brought up originally, but it seems like, just from reading this 14-page indictment, that there's enough physical evidence to perhaps get a conviction in this case. We shall see. These are allegations.
These are serious allegations, but Diddy's fall from grace isn't just about one man's downfall. It highlights an entire system that allowed this behavior to go unchecked for so long. For years, Diddy cultivated an image of success, power, and influence. He surrounded himself with celebrities, politicians, and business leaders, many of whom seemed willing to turn a blind eye to what was really happening behind the scenes. As the truth begins to surface, it's becoming clear that Diddy wasn't operating in a vacuum. Numerous individuals were aware of the situation, and some were complicit in keeping it all under wraps. So, where does this leave Steve Harvey and the others caught in the crossfire? If the rumors are true, Steve isn't the only one trying to lay low while this investigation unfolds. Reports suggest that several other celebrities have quietly left the U.S. weeks, all trying to avoid being dragged into this mess. While Steve's decision to flee the country has drawn the most attention, whispers indicate that others have followed suit. It's almost like watching a game of musical chairs, with everyone scrambling to find a safe place before the music stops. Sooner or later, someone is going to be left standing when the authorities come knocking. I remember the moment it hit home for me. I hung up the phone and went upstairs telling Marmar, "We've got a problem." When I explained the situation, she started crying. What's particularly fascinating about all of this is how quickly the public's perception has shifted. For years, people idolized Diddy and the stars in his orbit, viewing them as untouchable, larger-than-life figures who could do no wrong.